I'm Jagir. In today's video, we're going to talk about crypto adoption, the adoption cycle. How early is this technology, or how evolved is this technology, and how does that correlate to the opportunity when it comes to funding your retirement, making some really good gains in different cycles of the market? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And Bitcoin being the big brand of cryptocurrency, is the one that's in the news, the one that most people enter knowing and then get to know others. Bitcoin will give us a real good key indicator of where we are in the market. Now, if you like today's video, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you are thinking, who is this guy? Well, I am the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. And one of the key things on investing like a pro is timing. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's dive straight in. So this is one of the most, let me bring out the laser so I can make it really, really clear. This is one of the most common things when it comes to technology adoption. And you have this two first phases called the innovators and the early adopters, right? And these are like tech enthusiasts, really techie kind of guys on this early stage. And then you have this chasm. It's like, think of it like a massive bridge or a gap where there might not be a bridge and it has to be a leap of faith. But when we get to the early majority, late majorities, when you start to have some mainstream adoption. So it's almost like this S that's occurring. So where are we when it comes to crypto, blockchain, Bitcoin in this adoption cycle? Well, it seems that we are around here, where we're going from these early adopters to early majority. It's getting much more mainstream attention, where publicly listed companies like MicroStrategies, Tesla, Square, Visa are all getting involved in Bitcoin and blockchain in different ways. So it's really, really important to note that we are very early in this whole adoption cycle. You know, we're talking the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years before we start seeing ourselves getting into the late majority, right? That means you're early to the party. When you're early to the party with such a breakthrough, revolutionary technology, it means there's massive opportunity if you know what you're doing. To give you a better visual, this image I got, it's probably a few years back, so I wanted to update it. But here, the image when it was first brought into existence, and I thought it was great, is Bitcoin was 41 billion at the time when this image was. And it just gives you a real comparison to people like Bill Gates. His net worth was 86 billion, so Bitcoin was smaller than Bill Gates' net worth at the time. Amazon was around 402 billion in terms of its market capitalization, its stock value. So Bitcoin was like 10% of Amazon. Apple was 730 billion. So again, it was much tinier. So if we just get up to speed and go, where is Bitcoin today, give or take? Well, Bitcoin is over $1 trillion in market cap. So now it's around here. So you can see it's grown. Like the size of Bitcoin, if you just imagine the pink bubble is now this size, give or take, around this size. And why is it growing? Well, when this image was put together, the total market capitalization of gold, as in all the money locked into gold in different forms, was around $8.2 trillion. And currently it's raised a bit because of the price of gold has gone up. It's around $11 trillion. Now, many are seeing Bitcoin as a better store of value than gold. Why? Because 2 to 3% of gold is mined every year. Extra gold is mined every year, which has an impact on the price. And gold is, in essence, even though it's a pretty rock for many, but it's a dumb rock. It doesn't do anything other than store value. Whereas Bitcoin, there's a fixed supply of Bitcoin, first of all, whereas gold, you can mine more. Bitcoin is programmable, and you can transport it at the speed of light anywhere in the world. So if you wanted to move $1 million worth of gold, it's very cumbersome, very hard, and very expensive. Moving $1 million worth of Bitcoin anywhere around the world within 5 minutes is easy and cheap in comparison, and you can program it to do very smart things. So now people are seeing, okay, if I had a choice between Bitcoin as my store of value and gold as my store of value, actually gold on average increases 2 to 15% every year. Bitcoin for the last decade has been increasing 200% on average compounded every year. So it has much better properties than gold. So it's a better store of value. So money tends to move from a weaker source to the better source, right? And that happens over time. You know, think of it logically. If you remember Blockbuster videos, you know, okay, it's not money, but it's a product. And then all the energy moved to Netflix, right? Netflix, why? because it was a better source of entertainment, data, more convenient, cheaper, more access, and so on and so forth. It's the same with Bitcoin. Money is now flowing to Bitcoin because people are seeing it as a better store of value. So there you have it. Where are we in the adoption cycle? We are very early, very early. This early stage of this S curve. So rather than just getting into the hype of this current bull run in 2021, leverage it as much as you can, make some really good returns, minimize your downside with proper risk management. But now start to think about the bigger picture, the next 5 years, 10 years. Most people underestimate or overestimate what they can do short term and underestimate what they can do long term. And if you get that long term picture in your mind, it is an absolute game changer. It will give you peace of mind, but the returns you can make is on a different level. If you like today's video and really learning about where are we in the adoption cycle of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, blockchain is all connected and interconnected, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, because I want to bring you these daily nuggets of wisdom so you can really get the concept of what's happening, how to get involved, and why you should possibly consider getting involved. And if you want to speed up your learning curve, I've actually created the Crypto Masterclass, how to fund your retirement. And I cover this in a lot more depth and everything in one go, so you can really get kind of like it's just the masterclass. Like get up to speed so you can really start acting in the way that you want with confidence so you can get the understanding. All right, I will see you soon in one of my future videos.